If you're frustrated that your organization isn't yet operating as a high-performing team, the chances are that one of your key issues right now is silo mentality. The elephant in the room here isn't the elephant at all, it's the room, whose psychological walls have become silos specifically designed to isolate one team from another. And I saw this very clearly with one of my clients who had a recurring theme year after year in their employment engagement survey that looked something like this. I love my team, I love my job, I love what my company does. It's just all those bandits in the other teams, if they did exactly what they were supposed to be doing, then we'd have no problems whatsoever, thank you very much. So what is it that causes this silo mentality? Well, there are three main reasons you can pin it on. The first is that our colleagues are actually our competitors for scarce resources like budget and priority. Different teams have different objectives, and sometimes those objectives are going to conflict. Sales wants to drive revenue, marketing wants to drive margin. And thirdly, the good old staple of poor communications. So procurement goes off and does a deal to increase order size without checking whether the warehouse has the capacity to store that extra stock. Now, all of these reasons and many more, I'm sure, mean that we don't see other teams as our allies. We see them as a threat to our security. And that triggers within us two primal negative reactions, fear and anxiety. And just imagine what they're doing to your productivity as they lurk throughout your organization, fueled by this silo mentality. Silos create strong sub-teams, but weak internal environments. And that's a problem because the turbulence of change in your external environment is only getting stronger. So what can you do to dismantle these silos that exist? Well, the first thing to do is don't try and dismantle them completely, because everything needs some kind of structure in order to grow. There's a reason that the blue whale is the largest living thing on the planet and the amoeba isn't. The trick is to get the balance right so that you allow a psychological wall to exist to a certain level that gives people a sense of belonging, an identity, but low enough that people can reach out and across teams to their neighbours. And there's three ways I'm going to give you that you can use to achieve exactly that. Now, with a strong purpose, the positive effect of the work that people do is a much more powerful motivating force to collaborate than the self-protecting need to isolate. Leaders who live and model the kinds of values and behaviours that promote one team working are likely to have an awful lot of people who will follow them. That's the definition of a leader, somebody who has a follower. And thirdly, with a compelling vision, even when everybody gets knocked off course, as they surely will by the unforecasted winds of change, people are much more likely to all be still pulling in the same direction, whatever happens to them, if they know where their North Star is. So what all of these things do is lift people's heads out of their silos until they can see the big picture. So paint that picture big, paint it as clearly as you can, and paint it often so that no one can be in any doubt that this is a journey worth taking, and that the only way we're going to get there is all together as one high-performing team. Thanks for watching. See you next time.